Hey guys, this is the Pharaoh. Joining me on the phone right now, we've got Brantley Gilbert. Brantley, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Now, Brantley, you have the #1 Billboard Heatseeker chart album with Halfway to Heaven. Tell us a little bit about where you're from, where you grew up at and everything.
And I grew up in Jefferson. I live in Athens now. We just had the Georgia Theater burned down and stuff. That's pretty much where I started out at. But, yeah, I was born and raised in Jefferson. I just live in Athens now.
Good old southern boy there.
Yes, sir.
So you're not too far from us over here in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Not far at all, so I'm hoping I'm making some friends out there. Maybe when hunting season rolls around, I can roll out and hunt with them a little bit.
Hey, brother, let me tell you, my brother-in-law is one of the best trackers in this area, so I will hook you up with him.
Well, so now we're talking. Good news.
All righty. Now, how did you react when Halfway to Heaven hit #1 on the Billboard Heatseeker chart? That had to be, now this is your sophomore album. This is your second album. How did you react to that hitting #1? Did you know that you were going to have this much success out of this album?
No, sir. I tell you the truth, I'm still kind of in shock. You know, when I wrote the songs I wrote for my first album and the second album, we'd seen a little bit of success from the first album, but when we put the second one out, it kind of put me in shock. When I wrote my first song, I thought maybe my mom and my dad and a couple of my close friends would hear the songs. I didn't know this many people would. It's a little bit crazy to me. I don't really know how to take it.
Well, now the song "Kicking It in the Sticks," it's just a good old fun-loving, mud-riding, beer-drinking song. What was the inspiration behind "Kicking It in the Sticks"?
Oh, man, I'm telling you, that's what we do down here. And last time I was in Tuscaloosa, old fella put me in the back of a flatbed truck. We went riding dirt roads, and they had a bonfire at a house, so y'all do the same thing up there. So, and I'm telling you what, we live pretty similar. I mean, there ain't much difference in here and there.
I'll tell you what, when it gets a little bit cooler weather, a group of us up here at Jacksonville State, we've got a bonfire we do every fall. I'm going to invite you out to it, and if you ain't on tour, you're more than welcome to come out with us. Kick back, relax, play a little acoustic, eat some hot dogs, roast some marshmallows, and have a good time.
That sounds good to me, brother, as long as you bring in the moonshine.
Hey, we got the best in the state.
That's what I hear, man. I can't wait to get back up there. Last time I left with a batch, it wasn't too bad.
Everybody talks about Georgia Moon. I'm sorry. I'm from a little bitty town called Ohatchee. And when you from a town that's named after an Indian, yeah, you got some good shine in that town.
Nah, you ain't kidding, brother. You probably got some stuff that fits in a peace pipe, too.
Now,
but, yeah, man, I can't wait to get out there and see y'all, man. It's going to be a good time.
Okay. Now, 5 years ago, your life took a major U-turn with your accident that you had. Can you tell me a little bit more about your accident?
I tell you the truth, I don't remember a whole lot about it, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't talk about it a whole lot. It's one of them situations. Not only do I not remember much about it, but I don't remember a whole lot before it. All I can tell you is what the state trooper behind me caught on his camera, and it didn't look too pretty. But it was definitely a life-changing experience. It opened my eyes, I can say, a pretty good bit, and I like to think it put me on the right track.
Well, brother, from another person that's had one of those near-fatal accidents, mine was 3.5 years ago, and that's the only reason why I'm in college right now. Let me tell you, it's not easy recovering from them, but the recovery, once you do get over it, the life after it, brother, it is so much better.
It is. It really is. You know, I smoke a lot, so I don't taste food too well, and I don't smell flowers and all that too well either, but I can tell you that waking up in the morning actually does mean a whole lot more than it used to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear you went through something like that, but, man, it's coming from somebody that understands it. I have much respect to you. And I tell you, it's one of the things that you never really get over. And instead of being depressed about it and harping over it, the majority of the people you see that go through experiences like that it really grounds them, and it's more motivation than it is a pull down.
It is. I can guarantee you and attest for that. Now,
yes, sir.
How did it make you feel when Jason Aldean, someone who's been on top of the charts for so long, when he came to you and asked to record one of your songs that you had written?
I tell you, every song I wrote, or every song I've written is different to me. And, when he cut the best of me, that was about an ex-girlfriend that, actually at the time he came to me about it, we were back together. We were on and off for about 7.5 years. And, that one was kind of close to me. It was a lot different having him do that one than, My Kind of Party, which is like a more party-based song, and Dirt Road Anthem. He's also cutting that one. But, I feel like I wrote those songs, and a lot of people come to me and ask me if I sold them. I won't ever sell a song. It still belongs to me, but for somebody of his stature to come up and ask me if he can sing one of my songs and cut one of my songs, that was definitely a big honor. And it helped me as a songwriter. It helped me with stature and things of that nature. But what a lot of people don't understand is actually when you put a song out on a record and you release it to the public, you don't have a choice whether or not somebody cuts it. Anybody can cut it. Shinedown did Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. It's pretty much out in the open. There's no question about it. It's a cover. Once it's released, it's out there. And Colt and I talked about Dirt Road Anthem, and it's really a lot of people, a lot of our friends have emailed in and let us know that, they didn't appreciate it, me letting one or selling one of my songs, but that's not the case at all. But I won't never sell a song. It'll always be mine. It'll always be about her, and My Kind of Party will always be about me and my buddies hanging out in the field. And Dirt Road Anthem will always be about me and Colt getting together and looking back on all our friends riding dirt roads and the reason we did it. Nothing changes. If somebody else singing it is an honor. Yeah. I'm glad he felt that close enough to it and related that much to it. Jason Aldean, somebody, he's old Georgia boy too.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Southern guy. And to see somebody relate to something and actually have it mean that much to him, was really an honor.
Now, you keep referring to Colt. Are you referring to Colt Ford?
Yes, sir. That's my buddy right there. That's my brother.
I'm actually talking with him next week, so I will definitely put that little plug in for you. And say,
I'm going to tell you what, I'm kind of a quiet fella. You're going to have your ear full. That boy right there will talk you to death. And you better not feed him because you won't get rid of him.
Well, if we can get him in the studio,
you talking about talent, that buddy's got it.
I think both of you have got a ton of talent out in the music industry today. So let me ask you this: what are some of your plans for 2011? Are you going back in the studio, cut some more music? Are you going to be touring hardcore? Or what's going on and coming up for you?
Man, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go wherever the good Lord tells me to go. If it's back in the studio, it's back in the studio. If it's on the road, it's on the road. It all kind of rolls together in the end. And writing falls in there, too. So I don't know where it'll be, but wherever it is, it'll definitely be progressive, and it'll be trying to get back out there towards y'all. I tell you, it's something about Tuscaloosa. You guys have always made it feel like another home. It doesn't feel far from home. A lot of times, there's a lot of other towns, even in Georgia, you feel like you're in another state and another culture. You guys down there got it going on, man. Y'all ain't no different than we are.
Well, we're about 2 hours closer to you than Tuscaloosa now.
Well, that's true. That's true. So y'all even closer, huh?
That's right. So that's even more of a chance to get you up here.
Well, that sounds good to me, man. Many times you can fit me in there.
Hey, brother, if you don't mind playing some little places and just some good old down-home folks that's going to love your music and love on you and probably feed you pretty good too, then
that's always good.